this. I've never seen this happen in my life. We have apple trees. None of our apples ever did this. Never. I can see tomatoes when they get a little bit too much water and then they give a big birth, but apples, no. And I could probably squeeze these with my hand. Something is happening to these on a internal level. Look at that. This came from Huber's Orchard in Indiana when my husband and daughter went to pick, or they got apples or something. My husband said, normally this would happen if they put it in the refrigerator. He did a search, a Google search. Oh, this happens when they stick them in a refrigerator and bring them back out. No, 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 no. Because I've had apples in refrigerators before to keep them and brought them out, and they never did this. Hello, Apple Brooks, honey. I've been eating cucumbers. It's best to eat your cucumbers with the skin on them. I had cucumbers with some walnuts, and they had a really good flavor together. But these apples, um, look, let's look at this. Look at that. It looks fake. Look. I forget what type of apple he said this was, but it came from a powder. It's turning to powder. Like, okay, the sound was off. When did it go off? When did the sound go off? Has it been off for a long time? While I was smashing the apples. Isn't that interesting? I put it in my mouth and it turns to powder. It turns to powder on my tongue. And all I have to do is just move my tongue around. And it has no flavor. It has no taste. It feels like they are breaking down on a cellular level. I want you to watch, you just tuning in. It's like, have you ever seen anything like that? Watch. I've never seen apples do this. We have apple trees all along our property and have for since we moved here 20 years ago. And we've been through different seasons and different weather patterns. We have this particular apple. Yeah. I'm going to put it in my mouth. I want to show you how it looks zooming up. It looks like it has crystallized. Look at it. The structure of it looks like it has changed. And the way it looks is what it feels like in my mouth. If this is happening to the fruit, and these are out in the sunlight all day long, look how it looks on here. What's happening inside our bodies. Now, this video is for entertainment purposes only, and any opinion expressed is a personal. It's not backed by fact. Here's the core of the apple. Rotting on the inside. The seed is dried. I'm going to probably get in trouble from my husband because I sat and peeled this and he was going to eat it. I'm going to stick it with skin on it in my mouth. The flavor of this apple dissipates within 3 seconds. I can taste the skin, that's it. It's dissolving in my mouth. Let's go down and look at the whole entire box. This is serious. I am very serious. The peaches that they bought, well, they were a different type. They too were, they're going bad fast too. Let me zoom it out. Well, I've never seen any type of peaches like this, but I mean, they don't last long either. He got them from here. See, they're already starting to split. Split. They made a good apple crisp when he made it. He's had these since it was Saturday. He went and got these. He couldn't get them on the trees. The place was totally packed with people from like Asia or something like that and stuff. The Asians and the Indians and stuff, and all the restrooms. There were long lines waiting to go to the bathrooms and to the wineries, and the wagons were full. People, it's become a main tourist attraction. It was several years back that Hubert Orchard, I guess they were up for sale, bankruptcy or something, I don't know. They bring in people from around all over, and they work the land. It's Hubert's Orchard in Indiana is a great big orchard, and they had to have a lot of people to maintain the crops that they make. But yeah, I don't know what's happened to the food supply. I really don't. I feel like something's happened. Would you eat that? Can you imagine trying to bite into that and eating that? Yeah. Tina, honey, I have this apple tree out there. It's one of the original sevens, and I've lived here since 2020, and we've had a lot of rainfall before and a whole lot of different types of weather. It's not happening to other apples that I know of. He only brought home this one. I'm going to go out on a conspiracy theory on a line, a big old thing. I think the food supply is tainted. And okay, let's think about the bananas. Remember how the bananas nowadays, some of them, you bite into a banana and the texture is crumbly like that. They don't taste the same. They have that type of texture. It's like something is broken down on a molecular, cellular level. They don't have the same texture. Yeah. Um, you can say whatever you want. It's not normal. It's not normal. Yeah. I'm not going to make excuses as to why that fruit looks like it looks. I'm not going to make any excuses for it whatsoever. I feel in my spirit something is terribly wrong, terribly off. If they can do lab-grown meat, they can do lab-grown fruit too if they wanted to. They could. And some of the, you ever notice if you got a garden, sometimes the tomatoes were rotten on the inside. Now let's think. They have the Antarctic seed. They have a seed vault. It's either in Switzerland or the Antarctic. And it was from every type of original species of plants and everything on the earth. The seeds of it. Why do you have to have that? You're going to have it for a reset. That's why. They're going to do a reset because they know the original species will be no more. So they got to start over. They've got to start over. Something's wrong with the apple. And you can go ahead and think Gina's done lost it. She just doesn't understand what happens to apples. I understand in my whole entire life of 57 years, if it's 57, I guess, that I've never, that's a long time, seen apples that do this, and you can peel them. In my whole entire time on earth, I've never witnessed it. I haven't. So I'm going to go. That's the end of this video. And thank you for your comments. You may not agree with me, and I may not agree with you, but you may not agree that something's happening to the food supply. Well, there's a lot of recalls on a lot of stuff. You may not agree that we're in some troubling times. We're kind of in the end times. And our world is going to change drastically. It's already changing, but it's going to do a great big catastrophic mutating event. And if you would compound that with massive earthquakes and stuff that just like poof, well, yeah. But we're talking about the apples. It just something looks really off. They don't taste good. Thank you, Susan B. Honey. Thank you, Apple Brooks. Thank you all for your comments. And I've got jars and jars of apples that I have canned throughout the years down there. Applesauce, apple butter, peaches. I got a lot of varieties of apples on this property. And fruit. But I never seen that before in all these years. And even before I even moved here. Haven't. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, I love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, and thank you so much. Love you.